This week in the Southern Discourse kitchen, we're making this summery smoked tuna dip. So let's get started. I'm super excited to be able to share this dip recipe with you. We spend a lot of time in the low country and around the Gulf in the summer and in the off season. And if you've been there, I know you've probably heard of this dip too. And now I'm going to show you how you can make it at home. So let's jump right into these ingredients. I've got 10 ounces of solid white albacore tuna. You can use the pouches or you can use the can as long as it's packed in water. Of course, if you live on the coast and you've got fresh tuna, that would be the way to go. But if you don't, you live inland like me, you've got to get it from the grocery store. We've got some chopped celery. We've got a little bit of chopped jalapeños. We've got some chopped green onions, some cream cheese, real mayonnaise, Worcestershire sauce, a little liquid smoke. I've got garlic powder, paprika, and a little bit of my house-made Creole seasoning. We're going to finish with some lemon juice, some parsley, and some chives, and it's going to be delicious. To get started, we are going to make the base or the creamy part of our dip first. It's just going to be easier that way, and we'll be able to preserve the texture of the tuna a little better. So I'm starting with room temperature cream cheese. Room temp is important because it's a lot easier to mix that cream cheese when it's really soft. And then we're going to go for that real mayo, the Worcestershire sauce, that liquid smoke, and you just need a touch of this. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's only like a quarter of a teaspoon. You just need a little touch of that. And then we'll go ahead with these seasonings. It'll be easier to distribute them evenly through the sauce or through the creamy part of the dip. I'm going to kind of get it just a little bit mixed around. And I'm going to switch to my whisk. All right, so we've got a nice smoky pink color here. We're going to add in these vegetables. This just adds a nice bit of flavor to the fish. Jalapeno. Remember, the more membrane and seeds you take out, the less spicy it will be. If you don't want any spice at all, just leave that out. And celery. All right, and we get that nice and mixed up and creamy, and we're ready to fold in our tuna. Okay, so let's add that tuna in. And like I said, we're going to add it in here at the end because we really don't want it to break down into a paste. We want to preserve as much of the shape and the chunk of the tuna as we can. So we're going to use a fork, and we're just going to fold that tuna right into the creamy base. We're going to take our lemon, got 2 quarters there, I'm trying to decide which one has the fewest seeds. We're going to take this quarter of lemon, and we're just going to sprinkle that with a little bit of lemon juice. Fish always seems to be a little better with some lemon juice. And we're going to finish folding and stirring. And that's all there is to this recipe. Now we're ready to get our dip in a bowl so that we can enjoy it. Now, of course, you can put it in a small bowl like this. That would be a great option. But what's even more fun for the summer is to use a fresh red, yellow, or orange bell pepper. Now this one we've already cut the top off and we've cleaned out the center, and it makes a great bowl. We want to save the top because we can add it to our vegetable tray later, and it just adds to the specialness of the presentation. So I've got a spatula, so I've changed from a whisk, then to the fork, and now to a spatula. And we're just going to use it to get this dip from the bowl, our mixing bowl, right into this pepper Gonna have a little left over, that's okay. That means that you can enjoy it again later. You're gonna fill it up just a little over the top like this. This is gonna be a great presentation. All right, so I'm gonna sit it on this platter and we're gonna finish it out with a little paprika sprinkled over the top for color. I'm gonna let y'all see this here in just a minute. It's so pretty. I've got a few capers just for that little bit of seafood brininess. We'll sprinkle them over the top. And then we have some chives. All right. This is so good. It looks so pretty. The dip is super simple. Putting it in the pepper makes it special. But let me show you how we're going to arrange it on this platter with our other vegetables, because that's really going to be the key to your dip of the summer this year. All right, so you can see that we've got our dip here in our pepper and how pretty that is with these garnishes, that paprika, the capers, and the chives. And remember, the garnishes aren't just for looks, even though they add a lot, they add flavor too. So we don't want to skip those. And we've got the top of our pepper here. We've got it propped up against this baby lettuce. And this is going to be the anchor for our tray. All right, so we're going to start with our carrots because we want to kind of break up the color a little bit. And we've got red and green here, so we don't want to just repeat that very same color. One of the things about a vegetable tray like this is that it really does need to look bountiful. So the fuller that you can make it, the more inviting and delicious it's going to be. I can't wait for you to whip up this dip and serve it to your family at the lake, beachside, or poolside this summer. If you like this recipe, then don't forget to subscribe, not just to the YouTube channel, but to southerndiscourse.com, where I'm always cooking up the Southern comfort food that you know and love. Plus, you get access to my series, Dinner with Friends, and weekly meal plans where we're putting together the recipes so that you know how to feed your family every week. From the kitchen to the table, I've got you covered.